Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, we give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Yahweh is who he called God as Jehovah. Yahweh means he exists. And Yahushai is who he really called Jesus Christ. Yahushai means he saves, delivers, and double honors to apostles and elders, great millstone, and salutations to all arguments, pushing the truth, Uncle the Raw. Waking leg, Mr. Thurkum, Nasrallah. And this came to me today. Stockholm syndrome, and our people have that. Are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? You fell in love with your oppressor, all right? Where you fell in love with them, all right? You don't see none wrong with him, and like you want to forgive him, all right? But you won't forgive your brother. You won't forgive your actual family members. But this dude robbed, all right, destroyed, killed, all right, raped your people. Almost fight for hundreds of years. All right? And for some reason, you Christians want to save old master. Old master. And he's still hating you. He's still shooting, gunning you down. He's still oppressing you. But some reason, you love him. All right? But it's a spiritual thing because the Lord said it. All right? It's prophetic. All right? Our people are sick. Where you worry about your oppressor more than yourself. We tell you through the Spirit of Yahweh Shai, all right, you're going to live forever. The kingdom is yours. You are the Israelites. You're the best thing ever. And the only thing you concern is your fucking oppressor. Not worrying about you, but you'll tell, hey, if you were to say that your oppressor was the people of the Most High, they're the children of Israel, the kingdom was for them. They're going to live forever. They're going to have slaves. They won't even think of you. They won't even be concerned of you. They won't even care for you. But for some reason, you care for these devils. So let's go into Stockholm syndrome. Stockholm syndrome is a psychological coping mechanism that can develop in victims of captivity or abuse. And our people who have been still yet in your captivity have been abused, causing them to identify with and develop positive feelings towards their captors. It's not something that's your mind is fucked up, is warped. Where you love your oppressor. I remember when I came in this truth years ago, man. Years ago, but still young, in this truth, 10, 11 years, all right? And I was telling my mom about this Edomites and this and that. The first thing she said, don't say nothing about the government. Like saying that same shit. Don't let master hear you. Be quiet, boy. All right, don't come against master. Okay? That's our people. And those people can't go in the kingdom of heaven on the first go around. They don't have to down inside and then come back righteous through the laws of the elect. They're not right, man. All right, let's what is Stockholm syndrome love? AI overview. Stockholm syndrome love refers to a psychological response that we read where victim abuse captivity develops positive feeling, all right, empathy, or even love for the abuser or captor. It's a survival mechanism for coping with trauma. So that's how they cope with trauma, not a sign of true and healthy love. This bond forms due to power imbalance and is all other driven by confusion, desire for safety, and abuser intermittent kindness and our dependency on them. You see, and that's our people. All right, that's our people. All right, it's an understandable characteristics, understandable but non-voluntary response to a traumatic situation, allowing the victim to cope with fear and hostility by aligning with the abuser. So basically, you just submit to them, and then you be in your mind is if I do right, all right, if I do right, and I just let him do whatever he do to me, he will have mercy in a sense, or he'll have, he'll start liking me in a sense. But over time, all right, that destroys the fucking psyche. So I forget what was that. It said after you beat, do this for amount of years. I was a slave master. We used to speak of him a lot in the Caribbean. I believe in Jamaica. He wrote that letter. Why is this escaping my mind? Brothers know what I'm talking about. There's a letter, and it said if you for generations, within generations, you don't even have to teach them, and it's gonna be installed in them. All right, that's what's happened. Our people have become, as the scriptures say, homeborn slaves. Right, homeborn slaves. All right, good with chucking and jiving and cooning. All right, the oppressors just doing anything to them, and they just okay with it. All right, taught you plantation Christianity. All right, to love him regardless, whatever he do. All right, he use scriptures to manipulate you. If he hits you, turn the other cheek and let him strike the other cheek. All right, this Sambo, type of vibration. So Jeremiah 2 and 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a horn-born slave? Why is he spoiled, man? And the Lord spoiled them because, first and foremost, all right, Israel, broke their bargaining, or the end of their bargaining of keeping the commandments and serving Yahweh Shema Shai. And the Lord said, if you don't keep that, you sin, all these curses are gonna fall upon you. And one of those curses is the oppressor's gonna get up high and you're gonna get low. All right, you're gonna serve them. You're gonna serve them, man. That's why you're a horn-born slave. Let me see if I can get the blue letter. Jeremiah 2. Bear with me. Let's go to homeborn right quick. And then I'm gonna go to Proverbs 3, where the scriptures say, "Envy not the ways of your oppressor." Because our people, they're dark-skinned Edomites. All right. They move like Edomites. Our black culture is really Edomite culture. You just put the face as black. But it's Edomite culture, doing drugs. Your bitches being whores, harlots. Glorifying murdering, drugs, sodomy. Hey, Esau's a Bati boy. All right, we understand the first drug music was was it Tubal Cain, or was it forget his name? When he said Cain slayed this, I would slay more. All right, that was a form of drug music. He was rapping to his wives. All right, I don't think it's Tubal Cain. If it's but let's go into a horn-born slave. Israel had become a horn-born slave. Bear with me, I'm in transit. Jeremiah 2. Hold on. Jeremiah 2 and 14. Jeremiah 2 and 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Let's get into homeborn slave. All right.
Strong's H 1004. Bayeth.
House dwelling,
Bayeth.
habitation, shelter by the animal human bodies, a place, a home containing family. Those belong to the same household, family, descendants, house welfares, inwards. And then these are good definitions of what homeborn slave. Prison. Really a prison. Our people in the prison, and they like the prison. Are where, in a sense, we always say, like, our people sees the house on fire, and they're still cleaning up. All right, they're still living in while you're supposed to be running out. Or where the scriptures say like a house that's swollen. All right, like the roof is swollen. All right, you see it's swollen, you see it's about to collapse, but you niggas still there trying to live in it. And that's our people. That's that prison. All right, that prison mindset. And I'm going to go to Proverbs, because the scripture says, envy not the ways of your oppressor. And our people do. Our people envy the ways of our oppressors, man. They love it. They love our oppressors, man. I think it's Proverbs 3. Let me continue. I'm going below, right? Proverbs 3. I think it's like 31. Envy though not the oppressor, and choose unto his ways, man. All right, and our people was envying the oppressors, and they choose all his ways. All right, they're homeborn. They're homeborn slaves, man. They love captivity, and they can't see a kingdom without their oppressor. And that's why they don't got concern of Moab, the Chinese, or Ammon, the Japanese, or Ham, the so-called African, or Japhet. The only person they're concerned of Esau, Edom. That's who they only care of. So